Alright, so I'm not going to tell what I paid for this until afterwards. And these aren't old, so AJ would be like, ooh, that's garbage, I bet. But I don't know. AJ, give me your opinion before I say how much I paid for them. Basically, I got, let's see, I think I have about 85 just assorted non-sports cards. And they're not old. They're like 2017, 2018. But they're all like in the package. These are repeats. Right? Just the same. And that's what I did. I made little stacks of repeats. So I got these trading cards. Not sure what it's worth. I'll check. I'm pretty sure they shouldn't be worth anything because they're so new. Actually, I'll just show it. I don't have to pick it up. I just made stacks. So that is Ancient Origin. Doesn't say who it is. More Ancient Origins. This. Now, first of all, I'll say, AJ, would you have bought this stuff? Because there's no way any of this is eBayable, right? But you have to remember I'm doing flea markets, right? And I'm going to tell you what I think I could sell them for. And then I got some Dragon Ball Z cards. Dragon Ball Z. These are the same. And that stack is the same, too. So I think you probably saw everything except for these. And look, this says the iconic 1987 Topps design. So at first you think, oh, these are from 1987, right? But then you read, wait a minute, the iconic 1987 Topps design, and then you look up here, it's 2017. That's what I was saying. Most of these cards are from 2017, 2018. Obviously, they can't be from 2019. But anyway, AJ, would you have bought these? I plan to sell these for $1 a piece. Unless, I mean, I'll check them. I'm sure none of them are worth more than that. But my plan is to sell them for $1 a piece. So I'm going to make eventually maybe 70 to 80 bucks, something like that. Maybe less. I don't really know. And here's what I paid for them. $1 a piece. So I don't know. You tell me. I'm just going to put them in a tray, put them out, and sell them over time. Good buy, bad buy? I don't know. What do you think? Comment below, I guess. And that's actually my other pickup. I already showed this and this, but I might not do this in order. Alright, bye. I don't know if you watched the first half of this video where I talked about these cards, but I said, oh, I wonder if AJ's going to think I was stupid for buying this stuff or if it was a good buy or something like that. Well, anyway, I was telling him on the phone what I got, and he's like, I want them all. Make sure you make a video telling everybody that they're all sold and nobody can have them because they're mine. And he has special plans for those, which I'll let him announce in his videos, or I don't know, maybe he'll announce it in this video in the comments or something. I don't know. But so they're sold, whatever. You know, just letting everybody know in case they kind of wanted them or not. Well, I guess I might as well do my pickup. I don't really get much today.
On Sunday, you could go one way.
I got this bowl, and I paid $15 for it, which I was very happy. I thought it was a good deal. But then I found a little micro nick on it somewhere, and I don't think the seller knew about it. And I figured out what the hell, I'll just keep it because I think I still could sell it and make some money on it. It's like so freaking tiny. It's somewhere around here. That's the thing, you have to be really careful with glass. And I felt and I couldn't find anything wrong, right? And that's the problem with glass. You know, if you find anything wrong, all of a sudden you got to describe something wrong. Now this on its own should be like, I don't know, I think it's like 60 and up as a bowl. So I was going to buy it and put it in my showcase. And I may or may not, you know, because I might just put it on eBay and say it has like a micro nick. And just describe it, take pictures of how tight. Here it is. I don't know if you can see it. So it's either a popped surface bubble or just this teeny little thing, and I hate that stuff. I hate having any problems. I'm even more forgiving of something wrong with the base. But I think yeah, that was nice. I bought it because they call this coin dot, Fenton, cranberry glass. And I think, like I said, I would have put this I probably would put it like 50 or 60 at my showcase. At a flea market, I mean, on eBay, it might have been worth 75 to 125. I'm not really sure, you know. It's like I don't always get this kind of glass. People just don't realize how old it is a lot of times. So they don't know that it's special or that it's Fenton, you know. But the other thing I got, and these are in good shape, and these are basically they're depression green glass, and you call these nesting bowls or stacking bowls, some people call them, and it's just regular utilitarian wear. Now these were only 15 for the 3, which I knew was a good deal. I just had to make sure there wasn't anything wrong with them, and you can actually be more forgiving of depression glass than most other glass, like newer glass, because people used it in their house. So most times, depending how difficult it is to find or whatever, it's going to have something wrong with it. It's not going to be perfect. But I didn't really see anything wrong with this, you know? Didn't see any damage or anything. So if I put these on eBay, which I'm not going to, I think they're probably worth, I'm rough guessing. I did the teeniest bit of research, you know. And this might be Stacy. Here, let me show what one bow looks like. This is the smallest. And what's good is one of the bowls is big. I think it's like the 9-inch bowl. Let me see. Yeah, see my fingers run across about 8 inches. So that third bowl is probably a 9-inch bowl. That bowl by itself is probably $40. So I probably have about like $75 to $100 worth of glass here on eBay. So for 15, you know, this I can probably put in the showcase for like 50 and just see what happens. I'll decide when I get home though. I'll do a little more research. It's hard to do research on the book, but honestly, besides the painting I looked at, and it was definitely a nice old painting, but I think the lady wanted like 150 on it. And it's funny because when I looked at it, she immediately got all pissy with me. And I bought this off of her, right? But she got all pissy with me. And she like just snatched it. And I'm like, well, and she was like, you have to be careful with that. And I was like, okay. And believe me, I wasn't throwing anything around. But so the funny thing is though, I'll show a picture of the painting too. It's like, the problem is subject matter. It was old. It's a painting that is probably, I don't know, it was Victorian for sure. She said it was probably 150 years old. And you go, wow, that's got to be worth a lot of money, right? But it wasn't signed. And then what happens is, if it's not signed, then you have to go by subject matter besides age. I mean, unless you can attribute it to an artist. And this subject matter was not good. It's what you call well, I would say Victorian, but it was a last rites scene. So basically, somebody in the picture, in the painting, is dying, and there's a priest there giving the last rites, and the family's kind of like mourning and very upset and sad. So, I don't know, not really great subject matter. It's very gothic, I guess. I guess if I listed that on eBay, I would say gothic subject matter, Victorian, last rites painting. So anyway, I did a research, and unsigned they seem to sell for, I don't know, 100 to 200. So at 150 I was out. But I will show a picture. The funny thing is that I had mentioned how she was like getting a little pissy with people that were touching the painting. So what she wound up doing was she just straight up took it off the table because it's like, this is really valuable. But anyway, I had talked to my friend about it, and we both decided that, you know, because sometimes if I see something I'm not sure of, I give someone else a heads up. And in this case, I sent the picture to a friend, and he was like, good age, wrong subject matter. So even he passed. Anyway, that's it. That's all I think I'm going to get today. I really don't, there's like nothing else for me here. Not that there's bad stuff, just not enough vendors. You know, that kooky, crappy weather messes everything up. Signing up. That's it. I got to get used to this. Okay. Today we're going to Clark. Is Clark a good market?
No.
It is. Generally, it's not. It has surprised us. occasionally, right? But we've never done amazing there. Like a really good day there would be, I don't know, anything over 300, right?
Yeah.
That would be like an amazing day there.
Yeah.
And they're probably going to charge us,
Well, we're getting like a double space, so it's going to be like
80, 90, so whatever. AJ's not going to be there, so...
He's doing the Meadowlands.
He's doing the Meadowlands today. So if you went to the Meadowlands, you might have saw AJ there. Well, I mean, I guess I'll be the only guy selling video games. AJ has different games than I do, though, generally.
There's a couple of guys that used to come before Christmas, remember?
Yeah, they did. I remember there was like one or two guys.
Year.
Because it's not a good market, you know. I don't even know who's going to be there, really. You know, it's in my head, I go, well, like maybe Gina, like people who sell stuff like us. There's a lady sometimes that are across us, sometimes, but it was like new people selling stuff there. Like who would be there?
Well, that was before Christmas.
Yeah, probably anybody desperate for money, and it's Saturday.
The last time at Wayne, there was more people with antique collectibles.
There was, but that's because Wayne is like the antique market happens once a month, right? Used to be twice a month, but now it's once a month.
It's only the
first Sunday. And people come to the JC Wayne Market thinking that it's the antique market, but it's not. You know, I mean, some of us have old stuff, but you know, they come and they're disappointed. They're like, you know, ugh.
Yeah, because they think it's.
Yeah, they're like, what? There's nothing here. It's all like
so funny.
new stuff.
People are so particular. The people that like antique and collectible stuff, think all the new stuff is crap.
Yeah.
But then the people coming looking for new stuff think all the antique collectible stuff is junk.
It's vice versa. It's like, ugh,
you know,
this stuff is garbage.
Like,
it's used.
Upset, some of them.
Yeah. I guess they feel like they wasted their time driving. I mean, if I was going to go to a serious market on Sunday, I would just go to Columbus if I was really into it, you know, because that's the biggest, best chance to shop and find anything new and old around here. But it's still over an hour plus away. You know, I mean, you could go to Columbus and then probably Collingswood and Lambertville.
Yeah, but we didn't do well with our collectibles and antiques at Columbus the last few years.
Not on Thursdays. On Sundays we do better.
They only want stuff that's like really good for really cheap.
Yeah, it's like a weird market right now. I'm not used to it anymore. But hopefully Clark will be good today. There won't be a lot of vendors. Nobody will be outside because it's cold. Sunday's off if you're watching this and you don't know that the Clifton High School is not going to happen. It's not going to happen. They had to cancel it because the weather's too iffy, and even we were like, you know, screw it, because the last time we did Clifton, it's not good for us selling. Yeah, it never was that good. It just, you know, but the last time we did Clifton in a snow-type storm, we basically, there's that turn that gets off of what? Broad Avenue. We take the exit off of Broad Avenue, get into Clifton, and it's basically like a circle, the turn. And there was this icy road. It was a sheet of ice. It was a sheet of ice, and we basically slid off the road. And then other people slid off the road and slammed into us, and we were like, we don't need a repeat of that. You know, it costs us a lot of money to get the car fixed. And then the guy who did it to us drove off, and we're like, what the hell? You know, he literally, like, we got out the car.
Into us with his Mercedes.
Yeah, a young guy and a girl with a Mercedes. I don't know what this guy's doing.
Oh, come on, why are you doing like?
I don't know.
It's
like he doesn't like to drive.
Drunk. It's just that once I lose
Friday
my
night, it's all right for drinking.
To get it back.
Yeah. Well, we got a lot of this truck's loaded. This truck's all right though.
Well, it's loaded and it's old.
Yeah. I mean, it's all right though. You know, we don't use it that much. We just use it on the weekends when we drive to the flea markets.
What's the dealio, dude?
I don't know. Who can tell with these guys? It's like the middle of the night. Can't see nothing. There's lights. You can see there's lights on the edge of this bridge, and they're not on. Right?
Oh, the overhead lights.
Yeah. I mean, what? It's dark. It's not dark enough for them to be on. I mean, it's 6:40 now or something. But hopefully we'll do good. You know, I'm not going to put everything out, but I did bring a fresh bag. I didn't even go shopping this weekend, but I always have some fresh stuff to bring. you know. So I did bring a fresh bag of some stuff. I just rode around the house and cherry picked stuff. But anyway, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. If anything, there's very little chance that we'll find much at this market, you know, because there won't be a lot of vendors selling what we like. You might find a piece or two of jewelry.
I found some pins there last time. I sold one for $30.
That's cool. Yeah, it was a Christmas pin, right?
No,
they were selling Christmas. All right. Well, maybe you'll find some jewelry.
I mean, it was an angel. It was a heralding.
The lady across from us had the Fenton stuff, but I didn't sell any of that stuff yet. You know, it's like I buy stuff that I know can sell, but it's always eventually. We find almost nothing that just immediately sells. Boom, 1, 2, 3, just like that. You know, everything goes, and then it sits there until it eventually sells. But I don't know. Maybe we'll get lucky today. We'll see. Maybe we'll have a great day, right? I'd say wish me luck. But it'll be too... Yeah, okay, you're the only... You can wish me luck. I'll wish you luck too, Marie. We can wish each other luck. All right. I'll turn this off and we'll see what happens today. Alright, so here I am. I'm in Clark. And well, it's kind of boring now. I made some sales in the morning. There's a fair amount of vendors there, as you can see as I pan around. Not much what AJ would like, or someone like Angry Steve, just stuff. But I'm the only one that has anything like what I have here today, so hopefully I'll have a good day. We shall see. Here's my space. I hung that Ronda Rousey t-shirt on the wall. Here's Marie's jewelry. I'm bored, nothing's going on, so I figured I'd show my space and Marie's space. Here's her jewelry. She didn't put out her jewelry today, but you are selling some, right? You think we'll make like 300 today? I know we made more than a honey. That's what I call 100, a honey. That's my lingo.
You're so cool.
I am pretty cool. You're just jealous because you're not cool, and I am. You wish you were like half as cool as me.
Really?
Yep. You're not invited to the cool kids club, Marie.
If you're the cool kids, you can keep it close.
We'll keep it then.
You and AJ.
Yeah, me and AJ. We're the cool kids. So anyway, here's my case. I added some stuff. I was rooting around the house. I actually have all kinds.
I am so cool. I don't even need a car.
Yeah. That's what keep telling yourself. Marie likes to lie to herself. So anyway. I am not. She called me a profanity. The D word. So anyway, I did add stuff to my case. I was rooting around the house this week and looking for stuff because there's obviously no shopping. So I added all these games over here. Mario DS, Mario Kart DS, Plants vs. Zombies, Super Mario this. And I just shifted stuff around. And I found I had this. I like when people bury my stuff. You know, they hide it. Like I had this where you could see it, and I had this where you could see it. But I brought this out. Look at all this stuff, $30. And I'm probably going to take like 25, maybe 20. This, and where did I put the... Oh, here. This. Put that there. And then this is mostly the same stuff I had, but I neatly arranged it. I went kind of long today. They said I could go long, so I did. I did like 1, 2, 3, 4 of my regular tables. And this is like my pricey stuff. It isn't even that pricey, but I have it priced separately. And then after I did the games, I went to records and CDs. So I got like 2 things of records. I'm telling people $3, 2 for $5. Pretty much all this stuff here. And same with CDs. I put out like 8 cases of CDs on the 2 little tables. And then I went, and then I put my $4 games. These don't sell very well anymore. But actually it depends on if there's a lot of traffic. There's barely anybody here today, so I'm not barely selling any game stuff. And I took out this. I think AJ got this for me. This is bag of doll clothes. I'm going to tell people like $1 or less. And then stuff like this. This is worth $1. Somebody needs it. And I brought out this. Dan gave me this as part of the thing. It doesn't really work, so I'm going to try and sell it for cheap. And I do have the box of it. I mean, it works. You can play it, but the numbers don't work. But apparently that's a common problem, so whatever. Somebody sold one on eBay for $40. So I'm going to... No, $60 actually. I don't even know. Whatever. It doesn't care. It doesn't matter. And then I put some toys out over here. And there's some music. I really don't want to stay too long. But by the music, because what'll happen is they'll demonetize the whole video. Anyway, that's my space. You like the Barbie clothes? Do you just want one piece, or you want to...
Depends. How much is it?
I take 20 for all, if you want to do it that way. And if you just want like one piece, you know, we'll start at $1 and I'll work my way, you know. I'll try and be reasonable, all right? It is a mix of Barbie and a few other doll clothes. So. But there is a lot of Barbie in there, and some Barbie label stuff too.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, we're heading home. It wasn't horrible. I did not.
God, it was terrible.
Well, no, it wasn't terrible. I almost met my minimum goal. If I don't meet my minimum goal, then I'm like really disappointed. But I almost met it, so it just wasn't horrible. You know, like if I like go way less than my minimum goal, and we had to pay. We had a big space, so we paid more rent. And then I spent some money on, I bought some stuff, right? And then we spent like $30 on lunch and dinner, though. Dinner included. We got pizza. Pizza for lunch, pizza for dinner. So, and you didn't find anything to buy. There wasn't anything worth it. And the only thing I bought was off the lady across. And she was kind of like, you know?
Oh my gosh, she was so angry.
Yeah, I don't know the problem. Well, she had this painting. She had some things on her table that were very expensive, right? I bought the Fenton.
She yelled at Steve's brother for touching that.
She yelled at me too.
She had on the front.
She had this stupid painting, right? That was, but actually it was a nice painting. It was really old, right? But it was not signed, and the subject matter was not good. Did you look at the painting?
I didn't think that was a real painting.
No, the one in the back.
Yeah, I don't.
It was on board. Nah, it was real. Because she said it was her mom. She said it's at least 150 years old.
A lot of people tell you shit.
She doesn't look like she is a dealer. She just looks like she's pissed off because people are manhandling her mom's stuff.
Well, because
you know what I mean?
They're going straight for the good stuff.
Yeah.
And so she's mad that they know it's good, but they don't want to pay her for it.
Well, you know what?
Also that
I considered it.
She had,
yeah.
She put on their 1940s. It was the late 1800s, early 1900s.
Yeah, she didn't really know what she's talking about.
It's earlier than that.
Yeah.
And she just gave me a dirty look, so I left her.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Whatever. I'm telling you, I don't think she does it for real. I think it was her mom's stuff, so it pissed her off that people were just like looking at it. Yeah, I think that too. I doubt we will be. I doubt we will be seeing her again. You know, but I could be wrong. But anyway, I picked up the painting, and she's like snatched it back. Plus, I was going to buy the bowl, and she grabs. I said, "Hey, I'm going to buy that." She's like, "Oh, okay." You know, like
I wouldn't have bought it.
Nah, I don't care. You know, you could be mean to me if I'm buying something to make money. I don't care. You know what I mean? And I was buying something to make money. Well, and I also checked on the painting.
And she comes over, putting her hands on her hip, like her fists on her hips. Like
yeah. I know that pisses you off.
And I was like, what the hell did I do? I'm looking at your stuff to purchase it.
Yeah, you'll be lucky. If, you know what? I think she probably made the $15 that I spent with her, and that might have been it.
Well, her husband was selling some of his junk.
Well, her husband, he looked kind of browbeaten. You know?
I don't know. She just had a really bad attitude for doing a flea market.
You can't be having that bad attitude and trying to sell stuff to people. You know what I mean? People just, they sense it. They get your vibe. It's like you're
sitting there with a wicked witch look on your
serious,
face.
and then you're like, don't touch that. You know, it's like, all right.
Relax.
Like, if you put a note that says don't touch it, then I will honor your note, but I do not have a psychic connection with you. I do not know that you do not want me to touch the stuff. I want to touch it. I want to touch it. Too bad, you know? But I did take a picture because I was like, I wanted to check it out. She had the painting. I think it was 150. Might have been more. I don't even know. But it was old, and I knew it was old. I took a picture of it because I sent it to Dan, but it wasn't signed. But Dan said he was checking it out and stuff, and he says, yeah, it's old, it's Victorian, but subject matter wasn't good. And I kind of was like subject matter did not tempt me, you know, especially since it's unsigned. It could be old, unsigned. Maybe you can figure out who it is. But did you see what the subject matter was? I didn't look at that. That didn't look real to me. It was. What about it? It was a last rites painting. You know what that is? When a priest comes over, it was a painting. This lady's like sitting in a chair, right, and she looks not so good. I actually took a picture. You'll see it before I talk about it. But there's a lady sitting in a chair, not looking very good. A priest is standing over it, doing whatever he's doing, right? And then there's two probably family members next to it, and you know. And that was the subject matter. It wasn't a large painting, but it was very nicely done. It was well done. You know, but you can see, I mean, maybe I'll show you the pictures after or whatever. It doesn't matter. But, yeah, and the funny thing is, though, so she has the whole bad attitude about just touching her stuff in general.
That's so funny, because the painting that she had in the front, to the right, that looked like a Hasidic family sitting around a dinner room, a kitchen table.
Yeah.
So it's funny that she would have a painting with the last rites.
You don't know what her mom, you know what I mean? If it was her mom's.
Last rites is a Catholic thing.
Yeah, I guess, or maybe, I guess it's Catholic, right? Is it also Protestant? Or?
I don't think so. Maybe Episcopalian.
Yeah, okay.
The priest comes in, you know.
Yeah, I don't know a lot about other religions. It's a shame. I should know. I mean, I know enough to get by, you know, but I don't really know other people's religions too well. I barely know my religion. But so you didn't see it, but I was kind of like just watching to see, like, if she was yelling at other people. I didn't see her yell at Steve. I was wondering when Steve was looking at it, if she was going to yell at him.
She did, because he touched something, and she's like, "Don't touch it like that."
Yeah. So probably Steve was like, whatever, you know. And actually, it wasn't Steve.
That's his brother.
Alex. Isn't that funny? I'm like, "Hey, Steve, what's up?" And I'm like, "Oh, wait a minute. You're not Steve. You're Steve's brother, right?" And he was with his son. Yeah. And his son, of course, he goes, like, for the best game, right? And he goes, "How much?" And I go, $30. He goes, "Oh, it doesn't have the manual." I'm like, "Yeah, come on. I already know that you're not going to buy it because you're not." But it's fine. I understand. I'm not, like, the D word about that stuff, right? See, I didn't curse. Oh. I didn't say dick.
Oh, now
but anyway. Well, I meant like Richard. But anyway. So, I was watching, right? And about, like, 1 o'clock, I think she got so pissed off.
She took it off the table.
You notice that?
I thought maybe somebody had bought it.
Nah, no way. Because you know what? She was asking fair market value.
I know for sure that one guy was like, "How did you come about your price?"
Yeah. Oh, so you were listening. Well, I was on the other side. I couldn't listen. So I didn't know what was going on.
No,
I didn't know if
one guy that was like, "How do you come about your pricing?"
Yeah.
Like, how did you
what'd she say?
This price? And she started saying something about
somebody looked at it, or
$300, you know,
blah blah blah.
6 miles.
Yeah,
and,
well,
I don't know. You know what? I only heard
no, actually, but it's interesting because I wish I was on that side listening.
But,
so
she was giving him, like, what it. I don't know if she was giving an
appraisal
or
something.
Appraisal price.
Well, I'll tell you this much.
But I guess it pissed her off because everybody that came in was looking at that.
Yeah, but you know what? It's worth what she was asking for it. So big deal. Big deal. Nobody bought it.
Well, no, the thing is, she can ask whatever she wants.
Exactly, and she can go home and keep it. Whatever. Why get pissed off at people if they want to know how much something is? You know, that's what I'm saying. It's like, and then most people don't want that kind of painting, which is what I was going to say. Because Dan was like, "Listen, that's a bad subject matter. That's like, you're going to hang a picture on the wall of, like, somebody who's dying and a priest is over them, and, like, it's not like flowers. You know, if it was flowers, you know, maybe. But
$1.50
well, I can't see nothing. The money's right here. Okay. So, did you need exact change?
Well, no, I could just do.
Okay, are we taking do we have to pay the other one, the other toll, or no?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize we paid 2 tolls. Well, anyway, it's a bad subject matter, and that's a big handicap. But Dan was like, "Look, I'm looking for you. I'll see if I can find anything on it, right?" And maybe she was asking $190. I don't know, because I heard her to give, like, a price higher than what I thought she told me, right? Because that's the only painting I asked about. I thought she said $150. But Dan was like, you know, if you can't attribute to somebody, then just why even bother, right? And I did the same thing. I couldn't see a signature, and I looked for last rite paintings, and they sell 100, 150, 200, and did I say they sell? No, that's what they asked for them. So she was on the mark, which is fine. So, but the thing is, it's like, if you're trying to sell it, people want to look at it, and it's not that fragile, that you got to be a big hissy baby and pissy about it and whatever, and that's a lesson in selling stuff. If you're asking top dollar, don't be pissed off when people don't want to pay it. You know what I mean? Because it is a flea market, and people don't automatically expect to pay exactly what something's worth. especially when you're dealing with mostly people who are looking for resale, and that's what you get at a flea market. And if you don't know that, I'm telling you now, that's what you get at a flea market. When you're selling stuff, either you're looking for people who are looking for resale, or occasionally you'll get lucky with the right customer. But with an offbeat item like that, it's going to be very hard, especially when you're not even at an antique market. She's at a regular flea market, you know? She's not at the kind of market, we're at the toll right now. She's not at the kind of market where she's going to have like 20 art dealers rolling in, you know? But I said, look, I'd like to look at it, you know? And I said, do you mind? And she let me look at it. And
well,
I took a couple of pictures.
She dealt better with you because you asked her. Most people were just manhandling.
Well, because she yelled at me at first. And I was like, look, I'm sorry. I didn't know, you know. I'm like, don't get like where,
well,
how dare you? How dare you?
The one in the corner.
Yeah. Well, the one in the corner was what, like a watercolor or something?
Then she came over again with the hand on the hip.
Well, that one's like, that one was glass. So that one had, you know.
That one was weird. You thought it was glass?
Wasn't it a domed?
Sitting around the table?
Wasn't it like a, was it a
that
photo?
Was a photo under a dome.
Oh, I didn't even look at the other one. I didn't look at the other one. Was the other one signed or something? Or?
Yes, the other one was signed.
I didn't notice the other one. What did you think about the other one?
It looked like a Hasidic family sitting around a kitchen table.
I didn't even notice that one. It must have been small or whatever. I think she kind of like when she got all pissy with me, she kind of discombobulated me. I was like, oh, okay, you know, no big deal. But then I was like, oh, let me look at it, because I was talking to Dan about it, and Dan was interested. He wanted to know more about it. So I said, okay, I'll go over and I'll talk to her, you know. But I really wanted to see what happened. And yeah, kind of what happened was I thought would happen. She went home with it, but I was actually surprised when I saw her like putting it away. It's like, these people touch my stuff. That's like Lady Bob. Remember Bob?
Yeah, but you know what? If she's asking what it's worth for, you can't begrudge her that.
I'm not. I don't think I did.
But she's got to wait for the person who comes that wants to keep it.
Do you think she's going to do another flea market, or?
Most of the guys that are coming are looking to resell.
I know. Well, you see, even with the clothes, somebody was like, "How much are your clothes?" And she's like, "Different prices." And really? People go, yeah, they were. And people go different prices, right? So I always go like this: from where to where, you know? And they always go like, "What?" And I go, "Well, how low and how high?" I mean, you know, is your stuff like $5 and up, or is it $2 and up, or is it $100 and up? You know, and they go, oh no, and then they tell me their price range. They go, I go like, what's the most expensive thing that you have? You know, that kind of thing. You know, and then they usually, you know, but they never really get it when I say that. You know, but it's like different price. You know, like with jewelry. You know, like if someone goes, how much are your games? I go, different prices. And then I generally go like, but generally it's starting at around $4 or $3 and up. I do. Because they get scared off. They're all a bunch of rabbits.
And she said, are your pins different prices? And I said, yes.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
And then she picked up a pin and said, well, how much is this one? It was my biggest one. And
$1,000.
I told her it's $5.
Yeah, $5.
And she looked at it again and then put it down and walked away. I mean, you know, I can't.
Nah, I know.
I don't find pins for $1 anymore.
Nah.
You know, I'm paying
we know.
$2 or $3 for them.
Yeah, you know, the way I am is your price is your price. It could be $1, it could be $1 million, whatever. I don't care. You know, like with the bowl, I thought the bowl was a good deal, so I didn't like try and knock her down. You know, I just like, oh, okay, I'll buy it. Because I mean, it could actually be pretty good. You know, I did a little research, but I don't know. You know, it's that coin dot stuff. I got to make sure it's in good condition and whatever, and hopefully, I have to decide what to do with it. But anyway, overall, most people were nice. You know. And nobody really busted our chops too much. AJ said he didn't have a great day, but he had an okay day, and he bought a couple of good things. And it wasn't horrible. You know, if you ever want to do that one, you just have to have a lot of stuff that you could sell cheap and not be mean to the customers, you know, and be reasonable. Yeah, be friendly. Yeah, that's the way to do it. I don't know. That's it, right? Okay. Where are we going to be next week?
New Milford High School.
And nothing on Saturday, right? No. If the weather's beautiful on Saturday, I'll go to the Meadowlands. If not, I'll just be at New Milford and probably indoor or outdoor. But yeah, that's it. Okay, I guess goodbye. 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 My dark hand silhouette.